This right here is exactly what I feel when my hands are so far ahead of the golf ball. You saw the thumbnail and you probably thought I was crazy. But let me tell you one thing, the fact that you think that's crazy is one of the major reasons why you're not compressing your irons or hitting them as far as you should. And in today's lesson, we will cover how to improve your backswing, which will indirectly improve your impact position, how to strike a divot, and most importantly, how to unlock extra distance. This checkpoint halfway back and at the top of the backswing will determine how many yards you're currently losing. Now, if you're in a position halfway back where your right wrist, this one, my non-glove hand, is too flat, this will then leave us a very open face at the top of the backswing. Now you can imagine, right, if I want to compress this golf ball, I've got a lot of work to do, which explains why sometimes you get it and sometimes you don't. Look what's most likely going to happen. I have 6-iron in my hand here. If my right wrist at the top is flat and I come into the golf ball, I'm turning my 6-iron maybe even into an 8-iron. Now I'm a PGA golf professional and I teach thousands of students like you every single year. So I know this drill works. Let's separate this golf swing into phase 1 and phase 2 from this face on perspective. Phase 1 is from the starting position here up to here. Phase 2 is from hip height to halfway back. Now at phase 1, all I'm looking for you to do is feel as though your right palm is facing down to the ground more. Now I'm using this device, hack motion, on the floor here, and what I'm looking for is an increase in plus numbers up to this point. Now you'll see, what does that do to my club face? If you imagine a clock face around my club, 12 o'clock being at the top, you can see from your perspective, the toe of the club is pointing more to 1 o'clock as you look this way. And as you look at it when you're doing the drill yourself, it's pointing more to 11. Now when you're going wrong, the toe of the club is pointing from your perspective more over to 1 o'clock, and then now looking back, more over to 11. It's as easy as that. Phase 1, palm more down. Let's move into phase 2. This for me is the greatest checkpoint in golf. We've got our phase 1. Phase 2, we're looking as these arms lift for this right wrist to be set around 45 degrees. Now, you can see that there, I've got plus 42, not far off. This is where you're going wrong, almost at 0, or even into those minus figures. That will result in the open face. This is where we want the club to be halfway back. Left arm parallel to the ground and the right wrist to be really nicely set. It might feel a little bit exaggerated, but I can assure you, phase 1 to phase 2, you've already started to get the momentum. And you know what? At this point, I would definitely encourage you to hit a little half swing, half speed shot. Look how pure that was. Imagine if you could hit it like that on a half shot. What are you capable of on a full? So using hack motion, you could work on this from home. You could work on this at the driving range and take this to the golf course where you see extreme distance that you've never seen before. Now, if we just think about this logically, you saw in the thumbnail that excessive shaft lean. Now, for me to achieve that, look at the angle of my right wrist. So that's a great feeling, but remember, you don't have to use the hack motion. If I didn't have this, what I would do, I would imagine my right wrist is working a bit like a door. This opening, this closing. And all I'm looking to do during the backswing is feel as though the door opens. So look. Nailed at the top. Okay. Now, if I just make some one-handed practice swings here, our first feeling was right palm down, club on the clock face. Halfway back, wrist around 45, gets us to this iconic top of the backswing position. Now, if I don't do anything with my wrist here and I move on this downswing, where do I come back to? Where we saw in the thumbnail and where we want to be at impact. Let's play a different scenario. If I open that face, flatten that right wrist, I've now got to manufacture a heck of a lot on the way down. So what I'm recommending you to do is some one-handed practice swings, but also you can use the hack motion for this top of the backswing drill. There's a weighted drill that I would really recommend, and you can stand here, hear the click, work on the first phase, work on the second phase, and you get a green when you've got it right. The best thing is you could do a rep and not even hit a shot, really getting some good feelings and some muscle memory. Plus, if we hit a shot away, you can also see how well you do this too. Look at that laser. And we got a green. Right half of the green with a 6-iron from 180. I don't think that's half bad. So as you can see, I've used hack motion on my right wrist and my left wrist. You don't have to have this, but it's just great for giving feedback. So a quick summary, nice simple feelings with this trail wrist. Right wrist down, 45 degrees, beautiful at the top. And the reason why you can do the drill with the hack motion on your lead wrist is it works the same. Boom, look at the angle, look at the angle, look at the angle. This works perfectly.